Hello, Master Users here, and today, well, it's a review. I think you know what's coming up. Kingdom Hearts: Melody of Memory. Maybe I should just put on some light, actually. That's better. Okay. Yeah, it's boiling hot outside, so gotta keep the blinds closed to keep the sunlight off my room. Anyway. But regardless, here we are, Melody of Memory. Hey, I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan, so I just had to check it out. And the first game in the series to be on the Switch, what's better? And considering how this year has gone with games, it's best you get whatever. If you see a game you like, you gotta get it. Even though my birthday's coming up, I just thought I had to get it. Anyway. So, what's the premise with this first game released after both Kingdom Hearts 3 and the Remind DLC? Just so you know, I did play the Remind DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3, but I don't really know if I should do a follow-up video on that. But anyway, let's start the story. So, spoiler alert for Kingdom Hearts 3, at the end of it, after Sora beats Xehanort, he disappears. Now, it's explained that because he used the power of waking too much, he's pretty much, his body has pretty much collapsed in a way. So after he saved Kairi after she was killed by Xehanort, he disappeared into no man's land. And now Riku has got a clue as to where Sora is for his dreams, but he doesn't know where to start looking. So Kairi, the assistance of Answer the Wise, goes into a deep sleep to try and track down Sora's whereabouts. And she wakes up so she goes through telling us through her own memories, tells the audience a recap of the previous games. Yeah, it's another recap game like Chain of Memories and Recoded. So we play through it, and it's all music stages. We get to the final world, which is where Chirruphy was in Kingdom Hearts 3, but now it's returned to Ventus. So, yeah, anyway. Kairi explores the final world since she's been there before and encounters an illusion of Xehanort, who, after some assistance from out of bounds by Sora, Kairi defeats Xehanort and he reveals the location to where Sora is. So with the assistance of the Fairy Godmother and tracking down a spirit in the final world that Sora had encountered in Kingdom Hearts 3, Riku goes into this new world where there's a bunch of cities. I forget the name of the world. While Kairi heads back to Master Yi and Sid and Mickey to tell them what's going on. So, in the end, Riku's going to find Sora in this new world that's beyond the bounds of the current world. Mickey goes to Skylight Island to go through Xehanort's research of this world. Donald and Goofy head off to speak with Roxas, Xion, Axel, Syax, Terra and Ventus and Aqua to let them know about the news they found. I guess Name and Hana Pensacola are also part of that. It's here in the ending. And Kairi goes on decides to continue her training as a Keyblade wielder under Aqua. So I guess that kind of works. But yeah, that's basically the story. It's just a recap, and we've gone through this in Chain of Memories and Recoded, so why are we doing it again? It's just, but the only difference is Kairi's just giving you a director's commentary of it, which to be fair, look, I like Kairi, but I don't want to go for another director's commentary, honestly. It's happened before, and look, I'm going to say this, I'm not a fan of Recoded, so that's good for me. But at least the ending gives some stuff, but the problem is, Kairi isn't, even though this game is mostly centered on her, Kairi doesn't really get that much screen time, nor is she playable that much. Mostly you play as Sora, Donald, Goofy, Riku, the two Dream Eaters, Axel, Xion, Roxas, Terra Ventus, and Aqua, with Mickey available for an item. So yeah, but let's judge what the game is like. So, honestly, this is a rhythm game, and I don't mind rhythm games. They're not too bad. And the company who made this, Indie Zero, did the Feeder Rhythm Final Fantasy game, so they've got good. So they know what they're doing. And the song selection in this is pretty good. Nearly every single game in the series gets representation in this. Even Fragmentary Passage gets representation. The problem is, not every Disney World's in it. I mean, there's no Tarzan, which, to be fair, has been the way since Kingdom Hearts 1. There's no Winnie the Pooh, no Pirates of the Caribbean, no Symphony of Sorcery, which is the Fantasia world, and that's a missed opportunity. And even certain worlds and yeah, it's really weird to see them not in it. And yeah, I know, but I can't be picky. It's not too much bad. The controls are pretty good. The controls are really good, especially for the Switch. In fact, how this looks really well on the Switch, even in dock mode. I gotta give credits to that. They handled it really well. And as I said, the roster of characters is pretty good. In fact, you even get some Disney characters in it. I mean, you get Peter Pan, you get Simba, you get Stitch, Ariel, yeah, and a few others too. No Final Fantasy characters playable. I mean, I would have liked to get the opportunity to play as Auron in Kingdom Hearts 2's version of Olympus. And I know it's not, and if it was in Olympus Coliseum from Birth by Sleep was in, I would like to have Zack Fair show up. But, for what it is, it's okay. And, as I said, well, I do have some problems. As I said, Kairi doesn't get much screen time, and playability. The story's a recap. Not every Kingdom Hearts, not every world's in it, but there are two other things. First off, with the exception of revisiting the Keyblade Graveyard, every Kingdom Hearts free representation in this is a flying level. So, and I'm really disappointed. I really like to actually explore new linear. Would have actually been able to run around a bit of Toy Box and Monstropolis and San Francisco and Kingdom of Corona. Yeah. Boom. And, well, Arendelle, this is the worst one for me. Arendelle, it's just doing rhythm. It's just, you're doing Let It Go. And so it's just playing the cutscene. And in fact, that's what all the Kingdom Hearts 3 Disney Worlds do. They just play cutscenes. But at least with the other ones, they all spliced together. This, with original music or remixes, this is just Let It Go for Arendelle. And I'm not a big fan of Frozen. I'm not a big fan of Let It Go. So, yeah. I mean, look, I know Let It Go is one of Disney's best songs, but come on. If they were going to do that, they might as well do the songs from KH2's Atlantica. Thankfully, they don't do that, but yeah. And the tutorial's also bad. They get it so mixed up. You begin off of a flying stage, and I didn't know what to do when I first started. I just let the song play out. I didn't know I was supposed to press buttons. And then you finally get to learn the controls afterwards, and it's totally mixed up. But, you know, for what it is, I honestly think it's still worth checking out. For Kingdom Hearts fans especially, and fan of Rhythm games, and fans of the Rhythm Final Fantasy games should check it out. And, as I said, first Kingdom Hearts game on the Switch, it's not bad. It's not the best, but, you know, overall I still say check it out. It's got some good things in it. But, so I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 hat stars. Yeah, I enjoyed it very much, and at the very least I do say get the Switch version, because, look, I understand the PlayStation 4 version's got the better graphics, but that's not what the reviews are saying otherwise. Yeah, this PS4 version's got quite a bit lower reviews on Metacritic. So, what's next for me? Well, Christmas is coming up, so back to doing Christmas reviews. 12 days Christmas again. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I'm going to do other things too. I mean, I will review The Witches when that comes out, the Robert Zemeckis version. I might review Wonder Woman 1884 and maybe The Croods 2. It just depends if that's released before the end of the year. Plus, I might have another idea for a video. I just don't know. But, well, in the meantime, House Mouse Reviews is out. I'll catch you later as we begin Christmas for 2020. And thank goodness it's now arrived. Ciao.